3 and 4. Today I'm going to teach you how to spiral pass a rugby ball. If you don't have one, that's alright. You can still use the same skills and techniques on balls such as a tennis ball if you have them, or if you have a volleyball, a netball or a soccer ball at home, it's perfectly fine. It's all the same, just a different ball. Firstly, the grip. So if I'm passing to my left, I'll have my right hand on the bottom of the ball, my left hand on the top of the ball like this. I'll always have my palms facing towards the sky. Conversely, if I'm passing to my right, I'll have my left hand on the bottom of the ball, my right hand on the top, always palms facing the sky. Excellent, so we know how to grip a ball. So if I'm passing to my left, I know to have my right hand down the bottom of the ball and my left hand at the top. But where do I position it? So if I'm passing to the left, I want to have the ball just above my right hip. So on that big hard bone, I want to have the ball there, pass across my body. Passing in front, across my body. Now if I'm passing to the left, we have the grip. So left hand down the bottom, right hand on top of the ball, or just above the bony left hip. And passing out in front, across the body. So whichever hand is down the bottom of the ball, that acts as the power. While the hand on the top, that acts as the guide. So once you pass it, your palms facing the sky. On release though, your palms will be facing the ground. They start up facing the sky, on release facing down. And when you pass it, you have your hands towards where your target is and you almost high ten them like this. See how my palms are facing the ground? And I high ten them like that. Now for those at home without a rugby ball that have say a volleyball, a soccer ball or a netball, it's the same principles. You still have that bottom hand and at the top. So they're spread out, you're still looking at your teammate. Pass it, palms facing the sky. On release, they should be facing the ground and high tenning that teammate like this. Now, for those of you with a tennis ball only, it's a bit more difficult. You can't really have one hand up top, down the bottom. That's all right. You can still find your teammate, find the target. You can still pass it to them. High ten your opponent. Start with your palms facing the sky, under the ball, facing the sky, and on release, they switch and your palms are facing the ground like this. Another tip when passing, you want to have a high elbow. So what that means is, you don't want your elbows down slumped like this, passing like this. You want to have the elbow nice and high like this, and release. Now unlike the NFL in America, American football, where you can throw it forward. In Australia, at say rugby league or rugby union, Oztag or touch, you have to pass it either flat or behind. So the best way to figure that out is if I'm looking at a clock, so 12 o'clock will be in front of me. The next dial is 1, 2 and 3 o'clock is directly to my right. So I want to aim about 4 o'clock. That's ideally where I want my teammate to be. So I'm aiming about 4 o'clock on the clock dial if I'm passing to my right. Conversely, if I'm passing to my left, same thing, clock dial. I'm the dial facing 12, it will then go 11, 10, 9 will be flat. That's okay, but I still want to aim for about that 8 o'clock, so just behind flat. One last thing, when passing it, you want to aim for about their chest in front of them. So you don't want to pass it to them and they have to reach all the way up in the sky to catch it, and they don't want to have to bend down to pick it up or get the passport behind them. So you're aiming for their hands just in front of their chest, here. So I'm home by myself, that's all right. I've got this wall here so I can practice my passing against the wall. So my housemate's home, I finally got someone to pass the football with. Can you try and get it here please, in front? Remember, high 10, fingers pointing at the target, watching where you're passing. Good, so I'm gonna go further away now, make it a bit more difficult. If you've got the handle of it close, move back. So I've moved it back a bit to about 100 meters, Jokes. He's about 8 meters away. So we're gonna pass the ball, so he's further away, which means I need to put more pace on the ball. So I need to use more power in that bottom half and punch it through. So let's see how it goes. So he's on my 8 o'clock. He's not quite flat, he's about 8 o'clock on that dial. You're doing good passes for once. Oh, back to behind. Remember, you're trying to get it in front. Aim for in front of the chest, create a target for them. Now once you've done that, you might like to practice your NFL gridiron passing. Tom Brady!